Welcome to No Sweat Speaking, a powerful, unique way to eliminate your speaking fears, performance anxiety, and stage fright. Your presenters are Alan Mish and Alan Kaufman, veteran professional speakers, seminar leaders, and consultants who assist companies and business professionals to grow through successful communications. Your next presentation doesn't have to make you sweat. Just relax, get ready to learn, and open your mind to a powerful new approach to eliminate presentation jitters and speak with confidence in Alan and Alan's No Sweat Speaking. And now, here are Alan Mish and Alan Kaufman.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to No Sweat Speaking. I'm the short one and he's the good-looking one. Give me a break. Let me ask you a question. Who can tell me what the number one fear is? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Public speaking.
Public speaking? How many think the number one fear is the fear of public speaking? How many think it's something else? Fear of what?
Dying.
The fear of dying. Sometimes it could be the fear of dying. Actually, the fear of dying is number 6 this time around. It's the fear of public speaking. You're absolutely right. Did you know that 95% of the population has some fear of public speaking? 95%? 95%? So what does that mean about the other 5%? I'm sorry, somebody over here? They're liars? Right. How many of you would like to be in that other 5%? That other 5% has a competitive advantage. That means, let's say you and another person are technically equally qualified and you both go into a job interview. However, you are a fearless, effective communicator. Who will get the job? You will. And once you become fearless in the art of public speaking, then you can spend all your time developing your communication skills and not have to worry about taking time out to worry and be anxious about giving a presentation.
An idea that's related to the mind-body connection. Now, some of you probably know what the mind-body connection is all about. You may have heard of it before. And then some of you probably, this is the first time you've heard of it. Now, the mind-body connection says that the thoughts that you have affect how you feel, both emotionally and physically. So, if you have positive thoughts, then you will feel in a positive mood, and you will be stronger physically. But if you have negative thoughts, you won't feel so good. And physiologically, you'll be weaker.
Public speaking fear. Big letters. Across the page. Everybody did that? Now, I want you to take that piece of paper in your hands. Raise it up. Crumble it up into a ball. And throw it at Alan Mish. Alan Mish. Actually, that took less than 15 minutes. Everybody have their fears cured now? This is a metaphor for what we're going to be doing, throwing away your public speaking fears.
How you doing?
Fine, thank you.
And your name is Pamela. Pamela, I don't think we've met before, have we?
Yes.
We have. Okay, as I said, Pamela, we have met before. No. Okay, but we really have, but we don't know each other that well. So we haven't practiced this or done this. As a matter of fact, you probably don't even know what I'm going to do, right?
No, I don't.
Boy, that's too bad. Okay, so you're not my shill. I didn't pay you to come up here and
No,
do.
you did
Okay,
not.
very good. All right. Now, it's important to understand what I'm going to be doing, because when you really begin to understand the mind-body connection, that will then put everything else into perspective as we move along into the process and technique that we're going to show you. So what I would like you to do is just put your arm out like this. By the way, are you a lefty or a righty?
Righty.
You're a righty, okay. And do you have any pain in your shoulder or arm right now?
Not at this moment.
Okay, well, we'll take care of that. Okay.
stand next to that gentleman over there. All right, move over. You can move over a little bit. Move that, no, this way. Go towards that. Yeah, move that way a little bit. Okay, Chris. Hi, how are you?
Very good.
All right, Chris, what is your, we have Chris as the first person. What is your anxiety level right now?
Now it's not bad.
Well, what did you put on your piece of
I
paper?
put 9.
A 9. Okay, great. And your name is Norma?
Yes.
Welcome, Norma. And what is your level?
10.
10. Okay. Teresa. What is your level? 10. And Jim?
What was her name?
Teresa.
Teresa?
Is a 10.
How do you spell that, Teresa?
T-H-E-R-E-S-N.
And Chris was a 9.
And Teresa was a 10?
Yes, and Chris is a 9. And Jim? 8. Is an 8. And Anita? 8. Is an 8. All right. Let's give him another round of applause for being here. Great. That's Anita, and she's an 8. Okay. What we're going to do now is go through the process. And I want you to do the same thing that we're going to call these people the panel. We want you to follow along and do the same thing they're doing so that you can reduce your or eliminate your public speaking fear with them. How, does that sound like a good
great.
plan?
Good job. She didn't look like a fearful person to me. So how did you feel?
I feel okay.
Feel okay now?
Yes.
Good. And as I said, we have a handout for you, and you're going to have a tool now that you'll be able to use, that you continue to work on in getting those anxieties down to a manageable level. Okay?
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Have a seat. I read about a nuclear engineer who was called into a nuclear power plant that was having very bad problems. They were on the verge of a meltdown. And they called him in. He was a renowned nuclear engineer. And they called him in to help them out with their problem. Well, when he came in, he opened up his attaché case. He took out a marker, took out a hammer. And he looked all around, and he found a spot. He marked it, took his hammer, and he tapped on the spot several times. And sure enough, all their systems started to stabilize. The problem disappeared. He gave them the hammer, closed his attaché case, and he left. A few days later, they received his invoice. It was for $50,004. They said, $50,004? He was only here for a few minutes. So they called him up, the director called him up and said, I don't understand your invoice. You were here for a few minutes and you sent us an invoice for $50,004. He said, well, the $4 was for the hammer and the $50,000 was for knowing where to tap. You see, we've expanded your mind to the dimensions of a large idea today. And that idea says that the reason why you have speaking anxiety is because of an interruption to your body's energy system. And when you remove that interruption, you also remove the anxiety along with it. So now, folks, you know where to tap.
Your next presentation doesn't have to make you sweat. Let Allen & Allen assist you or your organization to present with confidence, skill, and influence. Refer to the contact information on the label to get more information, acquire additional learning tools, obtain coaching and consulting services, or book Allen & Allen for your next meeting.